Guys, I'm sorry. I was talking my balls off over on TikTok. I'm so sorry. I went over to TikTok because normally I'll post whenever I go live over here on YouTube, I go over to TikTok and Instagram and I alert them that I'm going to be going live over here. So I put a post up on Instagram on my story, and then when I got over to TikTok, it was early. It was like 20 of 3. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live for like 20 minutes over here on TikTok instead of putting a post up, right? Because I told TikTok I would go live at some point too. So I'm like, I'll just do that. I'll talk to them for like 20 minutes. I'll be good. 20 minutes. I was in the middle of a question just now and I looked at my watch. I'm like, oh my God, I'm late for my own live stream. I gotta go. I love y'all, but I gotta go. So here I am. So give me a sec. I don't even have my laptop ready. You know what? I don't know why I tried to fool myself. I need to start seeing myself as someone on time for shit. Because I don't. And I consistently tell myself that I'm always late for shit. And then I wonder why I'm always late for shit, right? All right, so hold on. Let me get my laptop up so I can actually read the chats. How is everybody's Memorial Day weekend going? Mine's been pretty fabulous, pretty low-key fabulous. Poop and my SB are downstairs taking a nap. It's hot here today. All right, hold on. I feel like I'm talking like I'm losing my voice. It feels like I'm losing my voice. Raspy. Okay. Just feel so high up. No, let's do this. Is that better? Not really. All right, hold on. Good enough, right? Okay. What a day. So, I hope nobody bought super chats until I got here. Because I know sometimes you can buy them ahead of time. Because if you did, I don't see them. Or I won't be able to see them either. Because I wasn't actually over here. I'm panicking. Because I was late. Okay. Sleeping Assassin, I really hope you are my first super chat. I know, Kimberly. She'll be back. She'll be back. It's easier to go live up here for privacy purposes, to be honest. Because, well, I really don't have a good reason other than I don't feel like making them turn off the TV so I can talk downstairs. And that would have to happen if I go live downstairs. It's not because I'm not talking manifestation shit around my boyfriend, because you all can have seen, if you've been here for a while, he's been around for my other lives. He doesn't get on camera by his own choice. But the TV would distract the hell out of me. You need to come to a TikTok live sometime and see how distracted I get with the roses and the nice things people send at me, and they dress me up in hats and shit. It's fucking funny. I love it. But I'm like a child. So when they do it, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Right? So up here, less distractions. And unfortunately, that means poop. Because when Poop's in my room, Poop likes to fuck with shit. And I don't want to keep getting up and taking shit out of her mouth. Okay, so Sleeping Assassin, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Can you talk about revising the breakup? Revising a breakup. Okay. Number one, it's totally possible to revise a breakup. Totally possible, right? We can revise anything because you're revising a memory, right? It's just like the way I see it. Now remember, time is not linear. Okay? Time's not linear. But we're able to revise because I want to say this without confusing anybody. You're changing the memory, and because we're all connected in consciousness, it changes it for all. But it's really like stepping onto a different timeline. time track. Even though it might not feel like that, that's what we're doing. The timeline, the reality, where what you're revising is what happened on that timeline. Okay? I hope that didn't confuse anybody. So with revising a breakup, please, the biggest downer for you is the logical thinking. Because number one, I'll tell you like what I would do if I was revising one, but I wanted to say this, that what I see the most, especially with coaching, is that when someone wants to do this, they get hung up with the logical thinking of, all right, well, I revised the breakup, but we're not instantly back together, so it didn't work. No, you're thinking logically. You're thinking logically, okay? It will work. It will play out, right? There will be a reconnection of getting back together that will happen. But don't go logical. Don't swim in the logic. Just know as you are changing that memory, changes in the 3D are happening. Okay? All right. So what I would do if I was revising a breakup, I would go back to the moment, unless, of course, there's a different moment even further back that you would like to use. Feel free. Obviously, this is your situation, so feel free. But I would go to the moment of the breakup. I would go, obviously, seconds before that. And I would change the outcome, and I would change it to my benefit. So say, for example, that, you and SP were, I don't know, arguing, and that led to SP saying, they didn't want to go out with you anymore. I know me, I'd go back either before the argument, so that we didn't argue, or I would go back to the moment of like the literally the seconds before he said the words, and I would probably revise it to, we worked it out, we settled it there, right? We were fine, we both realized how stupid we were being, fighting over such stupid things, right? We get along amazing now, right? Blah blah blah. And you can do revision through affirmations, scripting, visualizing. Visualizing is just literally visualizing that moment and seeing it differently. What will probably happen is, first, this is important. Please know that you probably will not forget completely the experience, but the details of it will become muddy to you. So just want to say that, because I've seen, even with myself, especially the first few times I did revision, I would get frustrated because I could still think of the previous experience. But that's okay. It still worked. But just the memory of it itself, a little bit muddied. Okay. I am sweating. It is hot today, and the AC is not coming in my room because my door fucking closed. I don't like to be hot, if you didn't know that. So hopefully that helps. Lexi B, thank you very much. Things were going really well. Then today, SP flipped, accused me of something I didn't do. It's old story. Just keep persisting, right? Yes, but please, when you're thinking of persisting, when we say persisting, it's persisting in the knowing that you're having your manifestation, that you are the new self. Persisting in that, despite the 3D. So even though he's showing up, accusing you of something that you didn't do, you would still be over here deciding you are the version of yourself that's in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with that person, with that man. And he is his best version, who is head over heels in love with you. And he treats you like a queen, right? He treats you like gold. The most amazing, fulfilling relationship ever. You're still deciding to be that version of yourself, despite how he's currently showing up. Don't get thrown off, right? Don't get thrown off. If you want to start telling yourself you're in the relationship with the most forgiving and loving man, right? Go ahead. By forgiving, I'm just saying, I'm throwing that in there. So in case your mind starts worrying that he believes what he believes, he's not going to forget it. No, he's a forgiving man. He loves you so much. You guys always get along, blah, blah, blah. But that's who you are now. Yes, persist in that. But I don't want you over here sitting thinking, you know, I'm persisting, but it's not working. He's showing up like this. Things were going good until today. You know, he loves me. He loves me. He loves me. But he thinks I did something that I didn't do. No, persisting in, no. This must be an old story, just like you already said. So you already got that, right? This is old. I don't have to worry about this. He's going to snap, crackle, pop right on out of this mood. Everything's going to be fine because this is who I am now. Right? I'm the version of myself that has an amazing relationship with my person. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? I'm sweating with my glasses on, but I need them to read. Kim Guppy, you are here from the TikTok Live. I love that you guys joined me over here. Thank you. Alyssa Loritzen, thank you very much. Channel member for 13 months. Hi, Kim. I have chosen to manifest a new SP. Now that I've done the work on myself, I don't want my old SP anymore. Tips on manifesting a new SP who I don't currently know. Love you. Okay. Now, this is interesting. I see this. Hold on. I got to readjust. I see this sometimes in coaching where people do the work on themselves. They become new versions of themselves, right? So they're the version of themselves that have, you know, the most amazing thoughts and self-concept about themselves, right? That's who you are now, right, Alyssa? So how I manifested new love was I literally made a list, and I called it my dream man list of what I wanted in the person, in that guy, right? So you can be as specific as you would like. Write it all down. It's not like you're going to have to read writing this every single day. It's just so you get it out. I like getting things out on paper. If you're not someone and you already know in your mind what you want, great. Now you're going to start deciding that you are the version of yourself that's in this is just what I use. You don't have to use my words. A loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with the man of my dreams. He's my absolute dream man. I feel so lucky that I found him. He is head over heels in love with me. That's what I'm experiencing now, right? So if you are an affirmer, you're affirming that you're in this amazing relationship. You're finally the version of yourself that knows her worth. She knows what she deserves. Blah, blah, blah. All the words that feel good to you about yourself. And that person's going to show up. Someone's going to show up. And I mean it. You can be as specific if you want. Oh my God, I can't talk. You can be as specific as you want on what you would like this new person, like looks, career, specifics. You can be as specific as you want. And I mean it when I say it's not like you've got to affirm these specifics every single day. You've got to write them down every single day. Your mind knows what you want. But for me, if you're someone like me who likes to write things out, I loved writing that list. I loved it. But once I wrote it, I was done with it, right? Because it's me. My mind knows what I want, right? But it feels good to put it on paper. So be as specific as you want. Now, I know, doesn't that sound a little conflicting? Well, if my mind already knows what I want, why do I have to do that? Because it's soothing. It's you like marinating, immersing yourself in those thoughts, right? It's aiding the stepping into new version of self. That's why. Okay? But, Alyssa, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it real. You've worked on yourself, and this is great. Now, I hope that work... God damn it, Siri. I am hoping that work on yourself included your beliefs about love and relationships, specifically, along with who the hell you are, right? That you are more than enough for any person in your 3D. You're more than enough. You're fucking amazing. You're beautiful. You're sexy. You're sassy. You're saucy. Any man that you interact with wants you. That's the woman you've become. Confident in herself. Confident in the knowing that she's a master manifester. confidently in the knowing that you manifest so quickly. You can't believe how quick this new man came in. Also, though, just so we put this out here, so we can document that Kim said this to you on Sunday, the 28th of May in 2023. That original SP is going to come back, is going to come in, whether you want that person to or not. You don't have to choose to be with your SP. We'll call him SP number one, okay? I think it's, if I remember your situation, I believe it's the father of your children, I believe. Unless I have you mixed up with another Alyssa. That dude is coming back. He will come in. You will feel that he's pursuing. It's going to happen. I'm just saying. It's going to happen. I'm declaring it. We've got it documented. So when it does happen, right? When he comes in all flirty, you come on back and let us know how Kim was right. Okay? It's going to happen. Okay? Manifestation's perfect. It's going to happen. But we got it documented, right? We got it documented so I can say, I told you. I told you. Okay? All right. I love you too, girl. I'm listen, there is nothing wrong with deciding, you know what? I don't think I want this SP after all. I don't like him. I don't like this person. And I don't feel like picking a different one. And I don't care if he shows up right. I just don't want that SP. There is nothing wrong with that. Find new love, and you will easily, because you don't have any stories with new love. That's my opinion, though. That's not fact. You're going to be, oh, girl, I'm excited for you. Very excited for you. Salty, thank you very much. Kim, SP came back, but said he wanted sex. No drama. He asked a lot about other men, and I'm teasing other men. I'm hurt, but trying to be positive, help love. Okay, Salty, listen, beautiful girl, listen, okay? It doesn't fucking matter what he said to you. He's coming in right now. He's coming in. Now, listen, you don't, let me just say this, and this is for anybody else manifesting an SP. When your SPs are showing up and they only want one thing, you do not have to entertain and give that one thing unless you want to. And there's no judgments. I'm not ever judging. I don't care what you pick. I'm just saying, we never have to just go along with what they want if we don't feel good about just having sex with them. Okay? I want that noted. You don't have to if you don't want to. But he is coming in. I'm not shocked that that's what he's coming in saying. Just because of our conversations that you and I have had. Just want to say that. Without putting shit on blast. So, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that's the thing. Because that, you know, our conversations, in my opinion, validate that. So, do not be deterred by what he's currently saying right now. Don't be thrown off by that. I know your feelings are hurt. Feelings are always valid. You're not wrong for feeling that way. But, girl, don't be hurt. This is temporary. This is temporary. That's not how this is going to play out. It makes sense to me, anyway. It makes sense based on, you know, the conversation you and I have had, okay, in the past. It makes sense that this is manifestation right now. Right? Well, I guess everything is, right? But I'm saying, girl, I know why that manifested. No worries. You keep choosing to be in the state of your new self that's having that loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with his ass, because you're going to get it. You're going to have it. This is just a part of your bridge and nothing else. No worries. And the other dudes coming in, I'm not fucking surprised, because you have been successfully working on yourself since, look, girl, I mean this. The Salty that I very first ever interacted with, which was on a live stream. It was, we were going back and forth in chat on a live stream. So the version of that Salty compared to the version you are now, you have shifted leaps and bounds. Like, I'm proud of you, right? As your spiritual mama, I am proud of you. So I'm not surprised that all these other BBLs are coming in hot, even though you really don't give a shit about having any of them. It doesn't matter. They're coming in reflecting who you are. Now, I'm sure your ego mind just said to you, yeah, but BBLs were coming in before. Girl, this is different. It's different. And this is without me getting into details about our talks. I'm so friggin' proud of you. I don't see this as, oh, my manifestation hasn't fully played out. He only wants this. Girl. No worries. Keep choosing to be the new you. Full manifestation is happening. You are in the correct reality. Don't think differently. Don't tell yourself that, well, this is how he's showing up. This is all he wants. No, fuck that. You're in the right reality. You're making all the right decisions. This is working for you. Okay? The work you've done on becoming a new version of yourself is not going to be wasted. You haven't come this far to then not get your manifestation. No worries. I'm probably more like cocky confident about you getting that manifestation than probably you are, but I just know it. And I don't claim to be psychic. I just know it in my gut. Okay? All right. Let's see. Ooh, look at all the hearts. Thank you so much. I love that shit. I wish it would show up over here on the phone that I'm talking to. It only shows up on my laptop. Mystic Princess. Hi, Kim. Hope you are well. Excited to talk today. Could you confirm the timing when you get a chance? By Gmail isn't refreshing properly today. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. tonight. I got your email saying that you could talk. I just haven't responded back to it. So here's your response. I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock. But I'll send you the Zoom thingy, the Zoom invite. I'll send you that when I get off the live stream. Okay? Bianca Maria Rosu? Ooh, I wish I knew how to pronounce that. How I get in the state of having my desired appearance if I want to change all my features. Need to go out every day and feel that people judge me. Okay. So let me just say this first of all. Okay. On my channel here, on all the platforms that I'm on, I don't judge people for what they want to manifest. It's not my business what you want to change in your reality, right? I'm not living your reality. I'm living my own from my perspective, right? So I have no judgment, but I want to say to you, okay, you wanting to change all of your features, is that possible? Yes. But I'm also extremely, when it comes to manifestation, I believe, limitless. I am the person that believes that anything is possible because I believe and accept in the infinite versions of self, infinite realities. And we do have peeps in the HBIC community who have had successful appearance changes. So I know they're possible. But my heart wants you to not only be focusing on changing your appearance, and like I said, no judgment. Yes, this is possible for you. Yes, you can do it. But I think it would be highly beneficial. And I don't think there's any way of avoiding this part if we want successful manifestations everywhere else. You want to focus on knowing that you are, gorgeous. No matter what, you're gorgeous. You're loving. You're amazing. You're more than enough, right? You have nothing to prove to anyone in your 3D about yourself. So when you're walking about and you're thinking, how you wrote it was, need to go out every day and feel that people judge me. So then you're going out and from your perspective, you're believing people are judging you. And maybe it's because people have said things to you, or maybe it's the looks they're giving you that has made you feel this way. But listen, that is coming not because of your appearance. It's coming because you don't feel worthy. You don't feel good enough. That's why those thoughts are even entering your mind, let alone what you may be experiencing from others. So you want to focus on knowing your fucking worth, okay? And like I said, you can change anything you want about your appearance. But if the only reason why you're doing it is because of how people are treating you, fuck those people. Start telling yourself that you are now the version of yourself that knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are the version of self that feels unconditional love for yourself, because you are unconditional love. You are pure consciousness, just like everybody else. We're all consciousness. You're stepping into the version of yourself that knows that everyone sees beauty when they see you. Beauty from not only your appearance, but most importantly, who you are on the inside. And that people treat you with love and respect and see your beauty inside and out. You want to start putting focus there, because we've got to change your mindset. We've got to change those beliefs. Or you could go about changing every single thing about yourself. And if you don't change that belief about your worth, knowing you're more than enough for anyone, if you never change that, you can go all day long trying to manifest all new features, all new everything on that body, and you're still not going to feel good enough, and things are still going to be reflected at you to make you to make you feel not good enough still. So if you I really want you to hear me. You can change everything about your body, your physical appearance. But if you never touch on who you believe you are at your core, who you really believe you are, knowing that you are worthy and deserving of unconditional love, respect, fucking kindness from the people in your world, all the changes in appearance aren't going to change the way you feel on the inside. And it's that in itself will not change what's happening to you when you're intermingling with people. So that needs to be your number one, is loving yourself, right? And even if you don't believe it as I'm going to say affirming, because I don't know if you like to affirm, script, or visualize or what, but when you're embodying a new version of self, embodying the state, just like any manifestation, we're stepping into what we think it would feel like to already be that version of ourselves. But you see, I think you're correlating physical appearance to, well, if I change all of this, everything out here is going to get better. Not if you don't change who you believe you are. That's got to be your number one, okay? So, like I said, no judgment. I'm not trying to deter you from changing physical appearance, manifestation stuff. You do whatever you want, but you want to do that first. So, in what state is that? How to get into the state of changing our appearance? It's literally, okay, so let's just pretend it's your nose for now, okay? If you're a visualizer, well, you're visualizing yourself as having the new nose, right? And probably like Neville, oh my god, I don't know why I cannot talk today. I'm like tongue-tied. Stop saying that, kid. Like Neville's telephone technique, right? It's having someone else in your reality like say something like, oh my god, you look amazing, you've never looked better, whatever. So that can mean to you that you have a new nose or whatever else, right? If you're affirming it, affirm your beauty, affirm, because don't think getting into the state, it means you're embodying a new version of self, but you could use any technique to get there. So you can affirm your way to a state. And you might not feel any different right away, right? Especially if you're manifesting all sorts of appearance changes. The last thing you want to do is consistently get in front of a mirror and tell yourself it hasn't changed yet. Nothing's changing. You don't want to do that. That's no different than checking the 3D or like checking your SP social media. It's the same thing, right? You don't want to do that because that's affirming nothing's changed. But so ask yourself the question, how do you think you would think and feel if everything was here? If all your manifestations were here, how do you think you would feel? What do you think a day in your life would look like if all the changes were here? Focus on things like that. That'll help get you into the state. But I stand by what I say. It's a decision. Decide you're becoming new self. New self. It's okay if you don't automatically start having feelings like trusting, knowing that it's going to happen. It's okay. It's normal to have doubts. But I feel like a mother hen right now because I really just want to say it again. You've got to work on your own self-worth first. Because all of these appearance changes aren't going to really fix shit in the 3D if you still feel like shit about yourself. Okay? And to anybody that's been mean to you or has made you feel unworthy because of your appearance, fuck them. Fuck them. Okay? It's not about pleasing everybody else in your fucking reality. It's about you getting to feel love, unconditional love, joy, happiness, happy to be alive, happy to be here, loving your life. That's what our goals are here. Okay? You might start working on all of that and realize you don't need to change anything about your appearance. Okay? I hated myself. I mean that when I say that. I hated myself. I hated my face. I would get angry at myself. I could go on and on. I hated my appearance. Right? Nobody could rip me to shreds better than me. And it's a miserable existence. It's miserable. And I can relate to you on the fact that I would make my appearance affect everything I did in my life because I would blame everything on that. And sometimes I liked doing it because it was better than thinking that, like a guy just didn't like me, as my personality. I could just blame it on, oh, well, it's just because I'm too fat. If I lose weight, maybe it'll change everything else. Ugh, gross. I never want to be that person again. Never want to be that version of myself ever again. Choose to be the version of you who knows she's fucking beautiful, amazing, is swimming in unconditional love and her own worth. Okay? Go there first because that's going to change so much for you. So much. And I bet you'll start noticing that how people are interacting with you is going to change once you change that belief about yourself. Because it changed for me. I used to believe that I didn't have a good personality. I wasn't worth shit. That I was an annoyance to people. I'm still an annoyance to some people. I don't care. That part is fun still. But that, people really don't like me, or, they're only talking to me for such and such reason. It sucked. It fucking sucked being old Kim. It sucked. So if it's sucking for you, change that. Change what you're really thinking and believing. Then do your appearance change. Or do them at the same time, but make that your number one because you're going to see a world of difference in your 3D. Okay? I'll stop harping on you, but like I said, no judgments here. We don't judge. I don't allow in my comments, my chats, people judging other people for their manifestations. So no one's judging you. Okay? Joe! I remember the JOOTM is Joe. Thank you very much. Hi, Mama Kim. Can you give some advice on manifesting on many categories? Friends, money, love. Things are getting overwhelming. Love you and thank you. Well, love you too, Joe. Okay, yeah, I'm a multi-manifester. I love multi-manifesting. I find multi-manifesting in a really weird way soothing. I find it soothing because when you're manifesting in multiple areas, people think it means, oh my God, that's so much more work. No, it ain't. There's a version of you or a state that is already created and done, right? It's already in existence where you have every single thing you want in all of those categories. You're already living that life. That version of you exists. So it's really just deciding, okay, what are the things I want to, what are the changes I want, right? Let me see. Friends, money, and love. All right. That you are abundant in your money category. You're abundant in your friendship category. And you're abundant in the love category, right? Every single area of your life, it's just like telling yourself that. Every single area of my life is overflowing in abundance. I can't believe how much money I fucking have. I can't believe how much money is coming into my world. I have so much, I don't know what to do with it all. I have so much money that I'm finally able to be, buying luxury handbags and accessories or SLGs, right? The luxury community calls it SLGs. So I have so much money, I can buy whatever I want. All my bills are paid. Life is so easy, right? It's that money is flowing to me like water. I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. I don't know what to do with it all. And oh my God, with my friendship category, yeah, I'm finally now the version of myself that is abundant in every single area of my life. I have so many people, trying to consistently interact with me. Everyone's asking me to do stuff that I can't keep up with them all. I'm running out of time slots for all these people. Everyone wants me around. I'm the life of the party, right? When people are having events, I'm the first person they think of. Right? And all my friends treat me with love and respect and loyalty, kindness. They keep all my secrets. I don't know what you're looking for in friendships. I'm just throwing things at you. And in the love category, Joe, I can't remember if you have a specific person or if you're manifesting new love. I don't remember that. But if it's love or if it's like an ex back, I'm at new love and an ex back, tell yourself, I'm finally now the version of myself that is literally living my dream life. I'm literally living my dream life. I am in the best relationship of my life. I am finally with the love of my life who treats me like gold, right? He treats me like a queen. I'm living my literal best life. I wake up every morning happy to be alive because I am such a master manifester that I don't know what to do with myself. I got so much going on. I got all this money coming to me. I have all these people wanting to be my friend and hang out with me. The love of my life wants to spend all his time with me. I'm overflowing in every single area of my life. You see how really simple that is? And you can be a specific. I brought this up over on the TikTok. Someone was asking me about manifesting new love, and I shared about how I made my dream man list. But listen, make a fucking dream life list. What does your dream life list look like? And describe to yourself. Let's see, you don't have to script or write down any of this shit, but putting it on paper does something for me. So that's why I give that as an example, because I love paper products. I love pens, okay? But putting it down on paper, what my dream life looks like, is exciting. It's fun. And I'm like, yeah, that's all mine. That's who I'm becoming. I'm having all of that. Right? Once you've, at least on my end, this is how I do it, okay? Once I've got it on paper, I know and trust that my mind knows what I want, right? How else was I able to have the thoughts to put them on the paper? It comes from in here. So my mind knows what I want. Don't go logical. Don't look at your subconscious mind as being the succubus attached to you. It is part of you. It is you. Right? Even our ego is a part of us. They're not separate entities sucking off of us, okay? They know. They know us. Your subconscious knows you. It's just you deciding to be that version of yourself. See how exciting I get? I get so excited when I think about the writing it down, what the dream life looks like. Because yes, of course I've done that. Of course I've done that. And truthfully, there's only 3 things left on my dream life list. It's possible. It's just you deciding. That's it. That's who I am now. I am the version of myself having my fucking dream life. That's who I am now. That's who I am now. I know how it's just repetitive, but I'm telling you, you're going to start feeling the internal judge. Allow yourself to get there. Have fun with it like a little kid does playing with her strawberry shortcake dolls. Okay? The interacting, the playing the parts for each strawberry shortcake doll. Oh, I was always blueberry muffin or raspberry tart. Always. Okay? You're just allowing your imagination to flow, and it's the conviction in your decision that that's who the fuck I am now. That's who I am now. And if that feels too far away to tell yourself that you are already that version of yourself, it is perfectly okay to say that's who I'm becoming. And I'm going to have everything on that list. I'm going to be living my best life. And when that list is all done, I'm going to make a damn new list of all the new things I want to have and experience. My life just keeps getting better, better and better, right? That's how you do it. Okay? I'm all over the place today because I'm in a zhuzhed mood, and y'all know how I get when I'm zhuzhed. I'm real talky. Talky. Helen, bestie. Oh, hold on. It just updated on me. Hold on. Maybe I didn't lose it. Son of a biatch. Wait a minute. One moment. There we are. I'm stick the gum to the roof of my mouth so I can talk. Helen, bestie bitch, beautiful bestie bitch. Thank you so much. Bestie, 2 gifts coming your way. 1 already should be delivered, 1 coming Saturday. Oh my, Helen! You spend money on me to tell me you spent money on me. You spoil the shit out of me. I fucking love you. I appreciate you. You are too good to me. Too good. Girl, I love you. I appreciate you. You have spoiled me rotten. Okay? And I need to gather up things that I've received over the last couple of months, including my birthday stuff I've received from y'all. But Helen, I have opened something that you sent me. I can't remember if I've said it in a live stream. I know I haven't shown it, but I don't know if I gave you a thank you yet. But listen, that special thing you sent me, I don't want to give it away until I show it on the camera. But my God, girl, you spoil the shit out of me, and I love you very much. Spoil me. You're amazing. Amazing. Wait, did I just say amazing? I mean amazing. Seriously. All right, hold on. Let me see here. All right. Look at all the hearts coming through. I love it. Let me grab these member ones quick, then I'll go back to the other chats. Summer, member for 4 months. Thank you very much. Kim, I know when SP and I get together, it's going to be amazing. He will show up right, but 3D is crickets. Is knowing it will happen this way enough if I can't feel it real today? Okay. Do I believe that making the decision to be your new self, is that enough to manifest? Yes. Yes, it is. Now, let me go into detail about new self. When I make that declaration or that affirmation slash hybrid inner conversation because I feel like I'm talking to higher self, okay? So call it what you want. When I'm saying that to myself, there's an instant flash in my mind. It's not always a clear picture, but I can see it and it's gone. But it's what I am as new self. It's a screenshot of me or what means to me. I'm in the most loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with the person I choose. I'm not worrying about money. I'm not worrying about health. I'm not worrying about anything. Every single area of my life is over abundant in amazingness. Okay? That's what I mean when I say, this is who I am now. I am in the new version of Kim. That's me. So if you're telling yourself that you are new self each day, I'm assuming you've already went through what possible limiting beliefs were at play to manifest this current 3D. And I've interacted with you, so I know you've gone through your limiting beliefs. So when you're deciding to be new self and you don't feel anything, now listen, sometimes we don't feel anything. That's okay. Some days we're having shitty days and we don't even feel like doing anything manifestation-wise. But we can still make our decision, right? So I still stand by all those. But let me say this. If you're telling yourself that you're new self and you're allowing yourself to feel what it would feel like to be the version of you who has the manifestations, okay? But if you're doing that and still noticing it's crickets and putting the focus out there, that would tell me that you're more of the version of yourself that thinks she's new self, but she's new self that's deciding it's not here yet, because that's where we're focused. So can the decision be enough? Yes. But it's really making that decision. We might have off days. That's normal. We're humans. But we want dominantly to be actively choosing to be new self. That's not forcing ourselves to feel things. It's not worrying about feelings. I'm saying it's that decision. Just like when someone's affirming. The goal of those affirmations is to get that person, the full goal is to get them into the state, right? So that goal is to get them into being new self for whatever they're affirming for or visualizing for, right? It's like really deciding that's who you are now, despite the 3D. And when I say despite, I mean, I don't give a shit what is in the 3D. So if I don't have what it is I'm manifesting physically in my 3D yet, I'm not concerned because I've made the decision to be new self. So I know it's happening. But if you're in that place and then noticing, yeah, it's not here yet. It's crickets. It's crickets. I made that decision every day that I'm new self. Right? I'm doing it every day. But it's still crickets. That's not new self. That's not. And yes, we have off days where we're human. That's normal. But if we're more there than in our state, we want to take a look at that. Why are we still looking? Right? So don't start falling apart and thinking, oh my God, am I doing this wrong? Don't start doing that. Don't start panicking. But authentically, what are you thinking in this moment? If we're noticing crickets, now listen, I know logically we're interacting with our 3D, so we're kind of going to fucking know if our manifestation's here or not. But there's a difference in how you overall feel with, I know I'm new self. I know I'm going to have it out here. I'm going to go about my day. and not fucking second guess that at all. I'm not going to question that at all. Boom. Let me say it like this. When I was having my shit time in September, when I felt very, very stuck and trapped in a state, I was telling myself every fucking day that I'm this new version of self. And most of the time, worrying about it. First couple of weeks, worrying, having fleeting moments of getting to that I'm her place. I'm in that state. Fleeting moments of feeling it. How did I know I was there? Because I had a knowing feeling everything's going to be okay. I'm totally getting what I want. Everything's going to be okay. Fleeting. And then I go back to doubting, worrying, scared I couldn't get out of this state, feeling again. Towards the end of September, let's say the last few days, okay, I was spending more time in the knowing, getting there, getting into that version of self, believing I was really becoming her. I, out here, didn't even look, didn't care, didn't question, didn't notice. And the more time I was there, right? The more time I was there. So you will hear me describe September as like it fucking started. It felt like literally September 1st to October 1st. When I started being dominantly in that state, that knowing feeling, then 3D started really reflecting. So when I was in dominantly looking at my 3D and shitting myself over it, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. It felt like nothing was changing. I didn't feel anything. But it was a gradual feeling of me changing on the inside. Do you see what I'm saying? So that the more time we are getting to that place of it's working, I'm changing, I know I'm becoming new self. When you're in that place, the question of where is it? It's not here yet. It's still crickets. That doesn't happen. It literally doesn't happen. Those kind of thoughts and questions come in when we're not in that place, when we're not in that state. So don't panic. We shift through states all day long. But you know, when you're having those questions, we're out of the state. And you could be really just the state next door. That's why I say don't panic. Return to your decision. Go back to new self. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't believe it, return. Return. Okay? Hopefully that helped. Okay. Nicole, thank you very much. Member for 4 months. Hi, Kim. Happy to see you because I'm struggling to just stay in the state that I'm SP's girlfriend and trying to believe that that is just who I am and that that's enough. But ego is testing me today for real. But love you so for being here today. Okay. This response, honestly, is going to be very similar to what I was just saying to Summer. All right. Take the pressure off of yourself. If you're at the place where you're getting really frustrated and feeling overwhelmed, take the pressure off. Take the pressure off. Now, when you're making that decision to be new self, and let's say you used to be someone who was heavily affirming, when you start practicing embodying states, it's a normal question, a normal doubt to come up. Whoa. You know, here I was affirming every hour on the hour, and now I'm focusing on my state. How do I think that? I mean, is that enough? Right? That's a normal question because you had a habit of doing a bunch of shit. So that makes sense. Okay. Yes, embodying states is enough. It's the repetition. I only do that. Period. And I mean, I share my life with you guys. I have my manifestations and have maintained. And to be honest, my life has been amazing since embodiment, which is me making a decision and allowing myself to flow, right? I can't say any other, I can't think of any other better, is it adjectives? Yeah, adjectives to describe, okay? The amazingness. But because I'm thinking, are we thinking so literally and logically that you're waking up in the morning, you're making a decision to be new self, and then what? And then what for the rest of the day? See what I'm saying? What are we doing the rest of the day? Because if we find ourselves, going back to versions of self that are worried, are doubting, we need to self-soothe, do something in that moment instead of sitting in the doubts. Now, I'm not saying you're sitting in doubts. I'm asking what do you do? What are you doing when those kind of thoughts are coming in? Because you don't have to sit and be afraid of your thoughts. But we're trying to be new self. Focusing on being new self, let alone it bringing your manifestations, you're going to start feeling better. The more time you're there, you're going to start feeling better. This is why when we change states, we feel differently, right? We're different versions of ourselves. So, number one, you don't want to be hard on yourself because you're having a down day. You don't want to be hard on yourself because you're having a day full of doubts or fears and feel like you're not doing enough. If you feel like you're not doing enough, you want to ask yourself why. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? What is the fear that's underlying it? Because just like making a decision or embodying the state of the wish fulfilled, when we make that decision, it's the repetition of us choosing to be new self, just like affirming, visualizing, and scripting. It's the repetition of doing them that brings us to the new version of self, that brings the new state, right? It's the repetition of. So if you're finding that you are falling out of that state, the version of self, falling out of it, what's your go-to to go back? And for some of you, if that's affirming, then fucking affirm. If you feel like a few more fucking affirmations are going to help you shift, do it. You've got to do for yourself what self-soothes for you. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you want to throw in affirmations because that's going to dim the fear a bit, do them. You're never going to be wrong for choosing something else to do, affirming, visualizing, scripting, listening to tapes. Go ahead. But what's the underlying fear? And just remember, whenever we're doubting, whenever we're asking, where is it? Or worry about time, we automatically know, okay, I'm certainly not in the wish fulfilled. That goes without saying, right? If I've got a question, if I'm bothered that my 3D hasn't changed yet, I'm not in the wish fulfilled. I don't think I have it. And then if the question is, well, I don't feel like I'm doing enough, okay, then quell that fear. Go ahead and affirm. Go ahead and script. I used to script just to fucking deal with my anxiety. It calmed me. Go script. Go journal. Do you see what I'm saying? Self-soothe. Remind yourself of who the hell you are. Period. You are pure consciousness. So to the question, is it enough to be new self? To make that decision? And only you know what new self means to you? Yeah, it is. But if you're falling out and not returning, well, then it's not enough, is it? If you're not ever returning, if we're staying out longer than returning, meaning it's the returning, it's the recurrence of the returning to that state. That I believe that was Neville's Not the direct quote, but pretty close. It's the returning that matters. But if we're choosing to sit out here more, and you, like I said, you automatically know when you're out of the state. It's when you start questioning and doubting, not the wish fulfilled. It's not a reason to panic. It's not a reason to start saying, oh my God, and now I'm not going to get it. Yes, you will. Return. Return to your decision. And how you make that decision is entirely up to you. You can affirm your way there. You can visualize your way there. You can script your way there. Every single technique for manifestation is just getting you to use your imagination to get you to that state. That's it for all of the techniques. Do you see what I'm saying? This works. This works. The question is just making the decision. Is this enough? It's like a yes and a no. Meaning the no is if you're not returning when you fall out, then no. The morning decision, how will that be enough when we're not returning, right? If we're only ever returning first thing in the morning and then the rest of the day, we're old self, swimming in doubts and fears, wondering where it is, you're choosing the wrong version of self, right? You want to return. I am hoping that answered that question. Thank you. Is it Kevo CZ? Thank you so much. Jennifer Williams, thank you so damn much. Y'all bet start liking this video. Thank you. Jennifer Williams, me and you. New besties. Love that. All right. Yes, I needed to hear that. Sometimes I'm really good and then sometimes I have my doubts. I try to decide all the time. Then good. Shay Nicole, then good. Good. Like, I mean it when I say, if you have a day where you're fucking doubting, please know that that's normal. To have occasional days where we're doubting, we're frustrated, we're questioning, those days are normal to have. We are human beings. It's going to happen. We don't have to rule like, oh my God, I had a doubt day, not going to get my manifestation. Fuck that. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Return. Return. Because let me say this to you. Every time you're deciding to be new self, you know, your mind knows what new self is, what it means to you. It knows. Return. Return, return, return. It's the recurrence of the returning that is changing you, that is bringing you reality. I get so passionate about it because I'm telling you, making that fucking decision and literally declaring it out loud, I did. You don't have to say it out loud if you don't want to. I did. I was so serious with that fucking decision. I am changing me. I don't want to be old Kim ever again. I want fucking change in my life. I want to feel happy when I wake up in the morning. I don't want to dread my life any fucking more. I want to know what true unconditional love for someone feels like, but I get to feel that. I want to feel that from my person. I want to look at them and know I am the only woman you have eyes for. I am it for you. You feel like you've struck gold by looking at me, by allowing me in your life. But really, you know I'm the best of the best. I am the best thing that has ever happened to you. Right? It's only down from here. You know? I want to feel like that. I want to feel like I can trust and believe that that's what my person feels about me. That's unconditional love. I want to feel it, meaning I want to feel it reflected to me, and I want to feel it for them. And I want to know that I'm in a fulfilling relationship where I'm happy in all categories in the relationship. That's who I fucking want to be. That's what I want to experience. I don't want to worry about money. I don't want to worry about career. I don't want to worry about shit. I am deciding that that's who I'm going to be now. That I'm going to have that life in every single category. My fucking life. I don't care. I don't care how it happens. I don't care when it happens. I'm fucking having it. So I'm deciding today that that's going to be. I remember me having the meltdown in the middle of my living room, fucking saying all this. I don't care. I can't stay living this existence. I am fucking miserable. I want more. I want to feel love, unconditional love, and I want to feel satisfied in every area of my life. So boom, I'm having it. And then I would fall right back out and I would start doubting again, right? That was my September. Boom. I had to do this every day, right? Every day. But I also very much also declared to myself, it's okay if I'm having a bad day. I'm still making that fucking decision. The fact that I'm feeling worried, sad right now, I am not allowing that to deter my fucking manifestations. I'm not letting it happen. I'm making a new assumption in this moment that it doesn't matter that I don't feel perfect right now. I am getting that fucking dream life. I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be here. And that's that. So I'm deciding that it's okay that I feel like shit today. It's not affecting my manifestation. I refuse to think that. I am my new self, and nothing is going to sway my decision that I'm my new self. Nothing is going to change my mind. I am my new version of self. Period. And if I was really struggling, I would say becoming. Right? It's that conviction within me that I refuse to be my old self. I refuse to live that existence ever again. I am almost like demanding fucking change. Period. That conviction. Do you feel it in my energy? That conviction. That passion. It started mega changes for me. But then I would fall out. And then I'd have to get my way back there. But that's why I say to that answer, the way you worded it, honey, was it's yes and it's a no. You know, it's what are you doing when you fall out? Right? When I would fall out, if necessary, I would allow myself a cry. And I wouldn't give a shit. Right? I can confidently tell you that I didn't worry about my bad moments were going to ruin my manifestations. Right? I was so worried and panicking that I couldn't get out of that state. Right? I knew enough about states clearly that I knew everything would be okay as soon as I could get out of this fucking state. Right? So that's why I say it's yes and no. It's, are you returning? And if you are, good. When you're worried about doing enough, there's an underlying reason why you're asking that. See what I mean? The decision can be enough. And if you're questioning, is it though? Is it enough? Why do you even have that question? There's an underlying fear why that question even comes out of your mouth, right? There's something else there. So what is it? What are you fearing? Honestly, it's probably I'm fearing I won't get my manifestation because I feel like I'm not doing enough. And if that's the case, yes, this is enough. Return. There's always an underlying fear, a logical underlying fear over questions like that. When people are questioning time, you know, I've been on this journey such and such amount of time, it's not here yet. Or how long is this going to take? How long is it going to take? Well, whenever we're worried about time, there's an underlying fear. Generally, it's, I'm afraid I'm not going to get my manifestation. And this is why I get so passionately when I hear people say that, well, if you haven't manifested it by, 90 fucking days, then it's not going to happen. That doesn't help people fearing already that they're not going to get their shit. Now they've got a time constraint, right? I'm just saying, no one knows when your manifestation is going to come. Your influence on the time of that manifestation is you consistently returning to your decision of being yourself, period. The more times we return, you're influencing the time, meaning moving shit along. But as far as the exact date, no one knows that. That's why I get so frustrated with that, because it just leads to underlying fear, right? Is that making sense? I think it's making sense. Told you I was talky today. Okay. That's what I'm feeling right now. I know my 3D is just being that dead, but it doesn't stop it from being emotional. So I've been going back to the state and going about my day. Good girl, Jen Elvira. Good girl. We don't have to fear emotions either. You know, crying. To me, crying is getting it out of your system. If something's causing you to cry, like if there's a reason in your 3D that has triggered you into crying, I literally say it as, you know, I'm expressing whatever emotion I need to, whether it's, you know, or what do you call it? If something's angering me, if something's making me sad, well, I'm shedding it through my tears. I'm shedding it, I'm getting it out. And think about it. I don't know about you, but I either feel one or two ways after crying. I either feel relieved, just relieved, like, yes, I got that out, better, or I feel exhausted. But either way, I'm calmer, I'm chill. And when we're calm and chill, we can think a little more rationally. And by rationally, I mean manifestation rationally, right? Get ourselves back to the decision to be new self, despite what our 3D says right now, right? But we don't gotta be afraid of. Damn you, Siri. Oh, shite. Okay. You're all, don't be disappointed, but I do have to go. I probably should have said that in the beginning of the live that I wasn't gonna be able to stay on very long. I have to go. I have a call here in 10 minutes. And I've got to urinate. So, do I even need to say it? If you bought a super chat. And now, because Summer Sparkles, if she's here, she sends me the missed member chats, which is very helpful. If you bought a super chat, I will make a video response to your question as soon as possible. Okay? So, your money did not get wasted. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm sorry. I don't want to get off right now. I'm feeling so like I want to answer more. Today is one of them days where I don't know. Kind of like that feeling of I know I need to be here right now. I know I do. I know there's more questions out there, and I really, really, if anybody's having a shit day, I'm feeling it, and I'm probably manifesting it because I'm feeling it. But if you're having a day where you're worried about your manifestation, you're worried where it is, or when is it going to come, or am I doing anything wrong? Should I be doing something differently? You know, I'm afraid it's not going to come. Yes, it fucking will. Yes, it will. Nothing can get in your way. Nothing. Return to your decision to be new self. Always keep it in the front of your mind that your current 3D is sincerely old. It's the manifestation of a former version of yourself. It's all it is. It's not truth. It's not real, and it's certainly not permanent. Listen, when we get in a habit of like starting to do some other activities, you know, go for walks, doing things to shift you from staring at the current 3D, That makes this journey just a tad bit easier. Instead of staring at the 3D, when are you going to change? When's it going to change? When's it going to change? It's going to make this journey feel so miserable. In my experience, I found that when I was standing in conviction of not letting the 3D throw me off, and then I would go about either standing in new self, making my dream life list, just doing something else other than concerning myself what was in the current 3D, things moved right along so much faster. And I mean fast. But when we're focused on how the 3D hasn't changed yet, or it's crickets, it is your own way of deciding to be the version of you who is not having it. So don't let the 3D control you. Don't let it control you. Because that's ass backwards. You're in control of the 3D. You are. Who you believe you are, who you are deciding to be, is what is putting things out here in the 3D. That's what's molding your 3D, right? The 3D is like clay. It is consistently being molded. Like, what's that scene with Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze and Ghost? That's you. Sitting around there, getting all molding clay shit, like that movie scene. That's you. That clay is your 3D. So the more calm you are, chill out, decide you're your new self, and that nothing can get in your way. It's not about you feeling perfect every fucking minute of your day. But it's about you returning to that decision as often as possible. It's going to change shit out here. You're molding it, right? We're going to forever refer to that. Yes, the Unchained melody playing in the background. We will always be referring to that now as our 3D, the molding from the Ghost movie. That's us, right? That's you. That's consciousness. You're so much more powerful than you believe. Some of you believe right there. You're right there with me on that. You're so fucking powerful. We haven't even, by science standards, figured out what all the moving parts are completely in the brain. They don't know. They say we only use what, 10%? What do you think that other 90% is doing? Don't listen to what science says. Listen, for real. What do you think it's doing? Your consciousness. You're the isness that's seeing through your eyeballs. It's you doing everything. If you would just step into that and allow yourself to believe that, oh my God, this gets easier. This gets so much easier when you can get to that place of just believing, trusting that manifestation is real and it's really working. Don't get lost in the details of what it looks like right now out here. Because sometimes our 3D doesn't make sense. Sometimes we can look at that 3D, and I'm going to keep using the phrase crickets. Seeing crickets out here, hearing nothing but crickets. That doesn't mean your manifestation isn't coming. That doesn't mean that your SP isn't thinking about you right now, contemplating should they call you or not. It means nothing. It means nothing out here. If it's crickets, who fucking cares? You're still getting your manifestation. Things are still happening in the 4D, right? In the consciousness level. Something's always happening. But if it's crickets right now, and it doesn't make sense to you why it's crickets, don't fucking worry about it. How the 3D plays out was never for us to understand. Our only job is to decide we're having it, whatever the desire is. Right? The other way of saying that is deciding to be new self, the version of self that has it. Has the dream life, the desire. That's your only job. Is decide that's who you are now. Don't let the 3D fuck with you. Just like, this was not my analogy. This is from Keisha. This is the reason why you should join the channel membership, because the way she said it came out so much more juicy. But you know your name because you heard that name on repetition from your parents or your caregivers when you were a baby. But now you confidently and comfortably know your name. I know I'm Kimberly. That's the kind of knowingness of who you're becoming, right? Like Kimberly 2.0. That was another HBIC's, I think it was Renee, right? You're becoming new self, but it's so comfortably you. It's who you are that matters. You know, it's like when the 3D is out here and it feels like, oh my God, there's no way I'm getting my manifestation. There's no way. None of this makes sense. SP's engaged to somebody else now. You know, a $10,000 bill just came in and I got $2 in my checking account. None of this makes sense. How is this me becoming new self? This 3D, when it doesn't make sense, it's like, listen, it's like somebody calling you a different name. You wouldn't even look. Somebody walked by and said, hey, Kimberly, I would look. But if somebody walks by me and says, hey, Harriet, I ain't looking because I'm not fucking Harriet. Right? That comfy confidence of, my name's not fucking Harriet. I ain't looking. Don't look. Your 3D out here is old you. Old manifestation of you. Don't worry. Eventually, 3D is going to call you by your right name. It's going to reflect. It has to. It has to. It's been reflecting you your whole life. When you're doubting, look through your life and see how you used to think. See the things you would worry about and put your focus on. And then see what your 3D showed you along your life. You're going to be able to see how it makes sense that it was always reflecting you. Just take a look back. Okay? And on that note, now I'm fucking late. I'm a minute late. All right. I love you all. I shall see you all tomorrow. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. Okay? It's already created. You're not creating shit. You're manifesting. Right? You're manifesting. It's already done. It's already yours. Don't waste your time telling yourself that you're not going to get it. It's already yours. If there's nothing to get. You know, you put your order in Target. Are you fucking sweating it? No. You know you ordered your shit. It's coming. Same thing. Okay? It's yours. There's already a version of you that's got it. Okay? It's done. It's really done. All right. I gotta go. I love you all.